Ladies and gentlemen, Dylann Roof is one name we haven't heard in a while. Yes, Dylann Roof. Yeah, that Dylann Roof. So he's back in the news. This came out in the Atlanta Black Star, January 29, 2020. Dylann Roof was apparently unbothered by his death sentence because white nationalists would free him, lawyers say in appeal. Really? How they gonna get you out of the death penalty? Woo! White nationalist Dylann Roof is appealing his federal convictions and death sentence in the massacre that killed 9 people at a historically Black church in Charleston, South Carolina. In a briefing filled with the Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Tuesday, attorneys for Roof argued that then 22-year-old was deranged and never should have been allowed to represent himself in court, according to the state. Well, they said there was nothing wrong and he was fully coherent. So he made that decision to represent himself. This old dead looking face man. I mean, he looks so dead in the face, it's not even funny. Lawyers painted the gunman as the 9th grade dropout who was suffering from schizophrenia, spectrum disorder, autism, anxiety, and depression. They just throw in the kitchen sink, aren't they? They added that Roof, who underwent a competency hearing ahead of his 2017 trial, believed his sentence didn't matter because white nationalists would free him from prison after the impending race war. Really? Wow. Sounds like you pulled that one out of your ass, Dylann Roof. A jury would sentence him to death following his conviction on 33 federal counts related to the June 2015 massacre at Mother Emanuel AME Church. Roof attended Bible study at the Charleston Church on the evening of June 17th, 2015. Only if they would just learn not to trust strangers that show up at their church. You know, you don't know anything about these people. It may seem innocent, but these folks don't care nothing about burning a church down, shooting at a church, bombing a church, massacre people at church. This is all in their history. They don't care about that. About an hour into studying, he stood up, drew his weapon, and opened fire on parishioners inside the worship hall. When asked about his motive, the gunman told investigators he was trying to start a race war. Well, instead of getting his race war, y'all, he got the death penalty. I guess it kind of backfired on him, huh? Church pastor and South Carolina State Senator Clementa Pinckney died in the shooting, along with Cynthia Graham, Heard, Susie Jackson, Tywanza Saunders, Ethel Lance, Reverend DePayne Middleton, Dr., Reverend Daniel L. Simmons Sr., Reverend Sharonda Coleman Singleton, and Reverend Myra Thompson. Damn, a lot of reverends. Chris Singleton, the son of Sharonda Coleman Singleton, reacted to the news that his mother's killer would be appealing his death sentence. In a tweet, Singleton wrote, "Forgiveness was granted and justice was served. Let's keep it that way." See, forgiveness should not have been granted if many of you that are into Christianity had your heads on straight. You know, you do not forgive somebody that murders your family members. You know, even in the Bible, our Heavenly Father don't forgive everything. The fact that you Christians keep missing this point says a lot. It says that you are going into those church houses every Sunday and you are really, truly not learning a thing. So the fact that he said forgiveness was granted, this man is lost. He concluded his message with the hashtag can't let moms down. In their appeal, Roof's attorneys further argued that jurors did not get to hear evidence of their client's mental state because Roof never testified on his own behalf. Well, that's his problem. That's his problem. See, whenever the outcome don't come out your way, you want a do-over? No, there should never be any do-over. They need to move forward in putting this piece of shit to death. Roof, now 27, fired his original attorneys back in 2017. I remember that. And now has a new public defender handling his case. I no, his death sentence should not be changed. Put this piece of shit to death. Prosecutors have until mid-February to respond to the brief. Roof remains on death row in the federal penitentiary at Terre Haute, Indiana. You know what? Why are you even wasting space on this guy? I'm serious. Why waste space on? He ain't even worth the space on death row. He needs to go. Put him where he belongs. In the grave. I don't feel sorry for this dude. Are you kidding me? Okay, so he thought white nationalists were going to come and rescue him from death row. It don't look like they're coming to your rescue if you got a public defender, Dylann Roof. That says it all right there. They didn't get you no lawyer. The white nationalists didn't hire you a lawyer. Instead, you got the public defender. Boy, you had to be out of your mind to even believe that. No, he's beyond deranged. This dude is silly, real silly. And man, I tell you what, when the next day came after he shot all 9 people and they stood in front of the camera saying, I forgive you. Oh my good man. The problem is we can't let the Christians have the voice. Not anymore. We can't afford that anymore, y'all. And those of us that don't forgive these actions, we must have the biggest voice in the whole thing. And the Christians, y'all gonna have to sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay? That's the way I see it. Y'all talk too much and all this forgiveness stuff. How is this really helping the Black community? How has this improved the Black community? How did this make things better for everybody in this situation? It didn't do a damn thing. But yet nobody can stop these Christians from forgiving anything. Kill my child, I forgive you. Kill my mom, I forgive you. Kill everybody in my family, I forgive you. You are out of your damn minds. Completely out of your mind. And that's the problem. And that's been the problem for a long time. The problem is y'all are still mental slaves. And you forgive white folks because you're afraid of them. Let's be real. That's why these Christians are doing it. Y'all forgive white people because deep down inside, you fear them. And I will never forget when they showed the church days after the shooting, they had this colossal size white Jesus up in that church. It was huge. Some of you might remember. I remember seeing it was like ginormous. But y'all, please tell me what you think. These folks are lost. And Dylann Roof, y'all need to go forward and put this piece of shit to death. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.